Hey, welcome to Goat's Garage, and we're back with the never-ending saga of the GTO, trying to get this motor stabbed again. The 389 has had multiple things done to it to get it cleaned up and non-leaking, and now it's going to go in. I got my partner in crime, Alex. He's back messing with the camera.
Hola.
So we're getting ready to try and put this thing in and see if it'll line up. We used a actual input shaft to line up the clutch plate with the pilot bushing, and so we'll see what happens.
Yep.
Wouldn't it be nice if it just fell right in? I don't think that's going to happen.
Let's not.
All the wiggling we had to do to get that input shaft in there.
If we don't say anything, maybe it'll just go home. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
I can dream, can't I?
I think we left the KY jelly inside, so it might not slide right in. I'm hoping it will.
Robert D. Rayford, rest in peace. I can dream, can't I?
Alrighty.
Up she goes. So what we did here was go ahead and just put the engine back in for about the fourth time. Figure we fast forward through the do a little time lapse here because you're not going to want to watch us lift it and tilt it and all that kind of stuff. We did appreciate the tilt mechanism on the engine hoist there. I've never had one of those before, and it worked quite well for getting things lined up, getting the trans lined up, the dowel pins and all that to go in, input shaft of the transmission through the splines of the friction disc and the clutch. I was working the top side, and Alex had his greasy little butt up underneath the thing.
Yeah, you probably see my little face down in there somewhere, but trying to help get her lined up. Ended up getting the input shaft stabbed through the throw-out bearing, and then we were kind of making our way towards getting the input shaft through the friction disc. So did take a little bit of doing, so you can see Dad there kind of give it a little turnover, see if we're lining up, try to wiggle her in. Definitely don't force anything, it should slide right in. There he goes, turning it over again. Or we're just getting closer and closer, just doing a little nudge here, a little nudge there, and then finally we dropped it down a little bit. I noticed we were buttoned up against the firewall from where I was on the underside here. And we got so close that I figured I'd pull out the camera here and you guys can see the results.
It was nice to finally get the thing where it felt like it was going to go.
All right, this is the status that we are in right now. Here's your transmission bell housing, and this is the trans. And I would say we're almost home. Whoa, she's in!
Did you get that on video?
You caught the moment, bro!
All right.
Let's freaking go! Dude, that was priceless.
I was like, oh, if only we could get that on video. And I shoved it.
Oh, man.
Oh, we're ecstatic because this has been such a pain in you-know-what.
Let's go!
All right.
Oh, man. That makes me so freaking happy.
Yes.
It's in the car.
Yes.
All right. Dude, all right, we got to get bolts in that thing. I don't want that thing coming out.
No, because we still have to put the motor mounts back on it. And
motor mounts. I just want to get the trans bolts in right now. That's all I want. That's all I want. So that's what we're going to do.
Trans bolts in there. Yes.
Woo! All right.
All it took was the right tool for the job.
Yeah.
Those plastic alignment tools are garb.
Yes, and the right tool for the job is sitting right here. This is the right tool for the job. Where's the wrong tool for the job? It was sitting on the engine stand. All right, it's in there. Hold on, I got it. I thought I saw it. This.
That is the wrong tool.
Right tool, wrong tool. Don't use these. Pay the extra money
and get a metal one.
go get a metal one because
Or
it
an
has the
input
proper dimensions. These can get scrubbed down and scratched and worn off. Go get the right tool for the job.
Yep.
Input shaft, Muncie, let's do it. Is that a happy camper right there?
I'm ecstatic.
Let's go. All right, back under it, trying to get her lined up. Want to get those trans bolts in as soon as possible because I didn't feel like screwing with it again. So
He was afraid it was going to move on its own and misalign itself. Because I've seen 389s get up and walk away before.
yeah, well, I was just praying this one didn't grow legs. So I think you ended up breaking out your little tie down bar that you had back from semi-trucking. All right. You know, we didn't break out the fancy mics, but I don't care. Look who returned home.
No engine hoist required. It's back where it belongs.
What's that behind us?
Engine hoist. What's this? That'd be a 389 sitting on its motor mounts where it belongs, bolted up to its transmission.
I'm beyond stoked, dude.
Yes. All right, we're getting there. So,
Step by step.
whoo,
Yeehaw.
more to come.
Tomorrow.
So, yes, tomorrow, Alex is at work and I have the day off. So I decided that I would go out into the shop and start working to try and get this thing put back together. The radiator normally would go in after you put the fan on.
Normally.
So I think we skipped all that video where I did the order of operations wrong and picked up where I had done it right. So yeah, I put the radiator in and that piece I'm putting on right now, and realized that I hadn't put the fan on, and I was going to break something or poke a hole in the fan if I tried to do it. So I pulled it all apart, put the fan on, put the radiator in, put that plate on, and started working on hooking up hoses, radiator hoses, heater hoses, vacuum lines. I had to stab the distributor, I think, too. Stab the distributor, put the carburetor on, run the fuel line, just connect everything back up. So basically that's what I was doing here, was trying to get it all put back together, and was hoping that Alex would come home and we would be about ready to fire it up.
Yeah, a man can dream, can't he?
And yeah, I did.
I mean, you were pretty dadgum close. We had to do a couple of things. By the time I got home, I think we ended up stabbing the distributor 180 degrees at a time. I didn't have a clip of that, but it was pretty funny watching smoke come out of the carb. Other than that, we put the starter in, and that was the biggest son of a gun to have to deal with. Me and Kyle on our backs, and you had this tiny amount of space between the the cross member and the actual bell housing.
Wasn't the exhaust in the way too?
No, it was mostly the cross member, but all in all, it was just a couple of hookups on the wires and slapped it up in there. It probably took us about 30,
I remember I
45
took
minutes.
it down.
Yeah, I know. That's also how you hurt yourself.
That's also how I hurt my back, was taking that starter down.
So he let the young guns take care of it this time, which is...
Yeah, Kyle showed up, and he had gotten off of work. He came into the shop and helped me put oil in it, and I went and got a bucket of water and got ready to fill up the radiator. We also put some CLR treatment in there to get rid of all the rust, because this thing was full of rust, and somewhere there's a video of that where we had the freeze plugs out and we were
rinsing her out.
Yeah, washing it out with a hose hanging off the engine hoist, and the flakes were in abundance.
Spewing out. We did we're gonna call it the redneck radiator flush.
Redneck radiator flush.
But that was probably the best thing we did for it, so. I think you guys are just buttoning up a few things here, finding top dead center for timing purposes. I think
I broke out the borescope, and and took a look at that and made sure it was where it was supposed to be, and it was at the top. It was just on the wrong stroke. So had to, later on we figured out it was 180 out. It happens. Didn't have the valve covers off or anything, so kind of hard to tell which valve was open or closed.
I think you guys chased a chicken out of the shop at one point.
I think I just did chase a chicken out of the shop. Like, get out of here.
Yeah, shop chickens. They're in abundance around here.
Yeah, we don't want them in the shop because they poop everywhere.
But doing the good old stand on a step stool and lean over the fender action. At one point, I was standing on the step stool and had one foot on the frame rail trying to do some distributor stuff that night that we did all this, and it wasn't so bad. Just a labor of love.
So Kyle and Alex are up under there working on the starter. Carbs on, ignition's on, distributor got stabbed. The wires, gotta get the battery in here, getting close, timing light. Almost there. Hopefully I have it running. It's gonna have to go to phone video from here. Got to pump, you know it's got to pump fuel up to the carburetor. I want to cut that charger on that battery.
Yeah. Here, film.
Thanks. 75 amps, max charge.
That's jumper start. That is.
We'll bump it down to 12.
That jumper, you want it on jumper. As soon as you hook it up, you start jumping. You had it turned on.
Huh?
You had it turned on. It can't hurt.
Battery.
One short trip to O'Reilly's later.
Send it. Record.
Set.
Go.
3, 2, 1.
Oh.
The smoke is from. You think of it burning off the oil that was in the fucking manifold? Because remember we had it upside down? Yeah?
Well, I don't know. It might just be smoke from the cylinders.
You think?
Yeah, because there's a little leak by in the cylinders. Because it was on the back side of the tape that was covering the.
That's right.
So it's going to smoke a little
Do you
bit.
want me to give it a one?
Yeah, go ahead and
I'm gonna give it one pump.
hold on a second. Let's get the timing light.
She's still hooked up.
It's not.
Oh, Kyle, timing light.
What's up?
I'll get it. You're recording. Don't worry about it. Sorry, I'm bringing this. All here right now. I'll give her one pump and I'll turn her over.
Yeah. It's going to take a while to clear that
Go,
smoke.
Okay. Does that look like it's coming out of the manifold?
Yeah.
Yeah?
No,
Okay.
it's not sealed up. exhaust manifold and
I got it decently tight as I can by hand.
try it.
Right?
Come over here. See the marks? See the pointer and the little dot, and there's your lines up above it. So I've got it advanced a little bit right now. It acted like it didn't want to run when I retarded it, so. Yeah. Yeah. Hit it.
He's opening the door.
All right. There's a screwdriver at.
More fuel or less? I don't.
Stop.
Grab everything. Go back, look at the back right. I don't want to really do that. Grab it out. Drop. Go to the damn building. Take out the mezzanine.
finally done. Gonna have to put some air in the tires and knock the dust off, but she is on the ground. Got her all timed since we had to pull the distributor, rev it up to 3K and put it at 32 degrees advance, and she was right on happy. She stopped pinging, so we're good to go. Right now we're gonna get this beast out of the way, get Dad, get him waved in. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on. Oh, perfect, look at that. I'm too good at what I do. Oh, she rolled on me. Oh, we're gonna have to unlock it, I forgot. But as soon as we get this beast out of the way, we'll be getting her out of the garage, give her a good wash down, and hopefully take her for a test drive. You happy, Pops? Let's do it to it. How's the clutch feel? Crank that thing. Run it down the hill a bit. Gotta do what you gotta do. She's alive. Little panel gap stuff, but hood's not shut, so.
Dirty as hell.
How's that clutch feel?
Okay.
Feels good?
Yeah.
Where's the release point? Is it like mid?
Yeah. Toward the top more, but
Okay.
I think.
I mean, we can always take it out and adjust it again. That's not an issue. Cool.
Get some air in this thing. I'm gonna grab some power here. Washing about 4 years of crap off of it. Maybe 3. I'm gonna hit it real quick. Can't have it out on the road looking like it just came out of a barn, which it did. Okay, it's clean. Enough. Clean enough to take it for a ride. It does shine. It is wet. We didn't dry it.
Only when it's wet.
No, it shines. I mean, it buffs out nice for a. I mean, it looks. If you buff it out, it looks like this when it's wet. It just.
time.